There are 3 mountain passes to climb: the 3,400-foot Marie Blanc, 5,600 feet Aubisque, and the final haul to the 4,300 feet Cam Basque. Smaller chain wheels and sprockets are fitted to the riders' bikes. They'll need lower gears to tackle the steep gradients that lie ahead. This beautiful race into the Pyrenees Mountains will be a rude test for Le Monde. Will he be able to stay with the mountain goats like Delgado? In the early stages, the Americans on the 7-11 team set the pace. They're hoping for a good performance today from their leader, Andy Hampsten, but their presence also gives moral support for Le Monde. Two riders break clear after 16 miles, Robert Forrest of France and Dutchman Adrie van der Poel. They work well together and gain 3 minutes before the Marie Blanc. On the climb, Forrest has problems with his bike, leaving Van der Poel to continue alone. Forrest switches to a spare machine. And after 3 more bike changes, Forrest rejoins his Dutch companion a mile before the summit. But behind there are problems for Forrest's Fagor team leader, Stephen Roche. Irishman Roche is returning from injury after winning the Tour de France in 1987. Today he's hit his injured knee and is fighting the pain of the climb with teammate Paul Kimmage alongside. As sweat drips from his nose, Roche loses ground. He'll concede 10 minutes today and pull from the race tomorrow. Meanwhile, Forrest continues his charge in front. He drops Van der Poel. And then races towards the summit alone in front of an enormous crowd. As the Tour radio reports, the pack has split, with a small group being led by the tall, thin Teunissen, the short Swiss Beat Breuil, Fignon, Kelly in green, and Le Monde in yellow, of course. The leaders head now towards the second climb, the Col d'Aubisque, where Forrest is caught by a lone chaser, who quickly leaves the Frenchman to his fate. And the man now in the lead, it's the Spaniard Miguel Indurain, a rising star of Spanish cycling and a devoted team lieutenant for Delgado. Indurain climbs the 10-mile-long Aubisque with great confidence, more than 2 minutes in front of the pack. Eager riders, headed here by Jérôme Simon of Team Z, launch a counter-attack. But Teunissen, leading the second group in the distance, sets a steady tempo to keep the race together. In front, Indurain continues his solo towards the mist-shrouded summit of the Aubisque, nearly 6,000 feet above sea level. The fans have been waiting here since dawn. The wait has been worthwhile. As he crests the long climb, Indurain grabs a newspaper from a fan and stuffs it up his racing jersey to counter the cold air on the rapid descent below. The 25-year-old Spaniard from the Basque Country is one of the most skillful descenders in the world, and he reaches speeds of 60 miles an hour on this spectacular drop to the valley. When Hampsten leads the main pack into the town of Argelès-Gazost, after the 15 miles of descending, Indurain has taken his lead to over 6 minutes. Only 13 miles remain in this stage, but it's nearly all uphill to the final peak, the Cam Basque. On the long, gradual climb up the valley of the Cauterets, the leader stays cool, despite knowing that the pack is chasing hard and that several individuals are closing quickly. Fignon's teammate, Gérard Rouet, sets the pace for his leader, with Le Monde tucked in behind them both. Indurain reaches Cauterets, where the grade steepens for the final 3 miles haul to the finish. His fatigue causes him to fluff a gear change, but the young Spaniard quickly recovers. Behind, Fignon is feeling strong and contemplates an attack on Le Monde. The Frenchmen need only make up 5 seconds to take the yellow jersey. Also in the group are Hampston of 7-Eleven, Rooks and Kelly of PDM, and in sunglasses, the Canadian hope Steve Bauer. But Fignon is beaten to the punch by Delgado. The defending champion has finally reached his beloved mountains and sprints away. The others can't follow, but LeMond is very pleased to still be in the company of Fignon, Rooks and the other top climbers. He is passing his first mountain test with great distinction. And so is Delgado, who's showing his Spanish fans the same aggressive style he showed a year ago. And up in front, his teammate Indurain successfully completes his brave 60 miles solo to take his first ever stage win in the Tour de France. And 90 seconds later, Delgado comes charging over the crest of the Cambasque hill, knowing that he's finally starting to eat away at his huge deficit. But after he crosses the line, only 26 seconds tick by before the surprising Kelly leads home the group with Fignon and LeMond. The American's yellow jersey survives another day.